Thanks so much. Well, I'm going to begin with you, Vanessa. I mean, this film has been so well received within the autistic community. I just wondered what it is about this portrayal of this character and what it is about what Cooper has created that has led to such a positive response.
I mean, I don't know, because I don't know like what other people respond to, but I know that she's a fully formed person before, like she's a human before she's an autistic person. And when you don't like sort of label the perimeter of who a person can be, they're a lot more interesting because no one is really like that. And so I think it makes her seem a lot more accessible because she's not just one thing.
And Dakota, I'm sure, you as someone who gets sort of loads of scripts, you'll have read many scripts in your time. There'll be the kind of, the boy meets girl, will they, won't they narratives. But this movie, while romantic, subverts that somewhat and is quite unique in its kind of navigation of cinematic romance. Did it feel different? And was that part of the appeal for you?
Well, there wasn't a script when I signed on. Cooper had the idea of a story and the title, and then came to my company, me and my partner Ro, and we wanted to make it with him and I wanted to do it. And so he went and wrote the script, and then we really like collaborated deeply on the characters and the scripts. I think that was a part of it. I think we didn't, Cooper's talents are being very specific, and he has a real gift for observing people and seeing things in them that you wouldn't notice right away. And I think that's what makes his writing very special and unique, because it's detailed in a way that's vulnerable and sweet. And then I come in and I'm like, it's not complex enough.
Right.
Life is more complicated than that.
The big thing is leaning on them. Like, I think what you're saying about the character of Lola, a lot of it was just like the fact that it was co-created. Like, writing Lola was kind of just keeping up with Vanessa and how Vanessa could marry the character of Lola, and that was, Vanessa really led the way, and Dakota led the way in terms of Domino.
And Cooper, I mean, the character of Andrew doesn't really know yet what he wants to be or sort of where he wants to go, which is a crossroads so many people at his age face. But you, at the same age, kind of, it seems, knew exactly where you wanted to be and knew exactly what you wanted to achieve. You're already kind of fulfilling those dreams. So as someone who hasn't known any different at that age, was that quite a challenging element of the character to connect to?
No, I really connect to him because he's going 120%, Andrew is, and he's failing to think about how he's grounded in himself. And I think that I really relate to that. I think I go 120% making movies, but that doesn't mean that I have any clue who I am as a person. So I think I do relate.
Yeah. And I mean, one thing I sort of gathered from this is you seem to have a great affection, Cooper, for each and every character that makes up this story. Is that very important to you as a writer, to not necessarily like each person that you put to page, but at least try and understand them?
I think it is important to love every person that I put on the page. And I think I have this desire to make people watching the movie love them as much as I do. And I think by love, I mean understand them. And I think when we understand people, it's really easy to love them, unless we're dealing with a miserable person. But
and Dakota and Vanessa, I was wondering, because I wondered about your collaboration together and how you go about striking up that very close kind of intangible bonds that a mother and a daughter sort of share.
Well, we had like a coffee date before we started working, and we had met on Zoom because in the casting process, everything was on Zoom. So we were watching all these tapes all the time, and Vanessa read twice or once.
Read, and then we met.
But then we really got to know each other when we were on set, and I really just like talking to her, and I like hearing about what she thinks about things, and And I think she's really funny and really smart and so talented. And we just really got along well. And I feel not protective of her. I do feel protective of you, but not in a way of like you need protecting, more of like, I want you to feel good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Cooper, I was going to ask too about, I mean, after the success last year of Coda, do you start to believe as a filmmaker making stuff now and that are going to kind of streaming services that they're at no disadvantage now and anything could be possible? It feels like now when you make a movie like this, that Oscar buzz and awards kind of season buzz is a very plausible thing that maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it didn't feel like they would be part of the conversation. Is that quite an exciting new thing that's happening at the moment in this industry?
It's great to have a home that you feel like really cares about your movie and cares about platforming it in an organic way, and I think the key is to stay organic. So yeah, it's
really cool that little movies can be seen by more people on streaming platforms.
And so my final question really is, I loved all the scenes at the bar mitzvahs. I mean, well, what song gets you all on the dance floor at events like that?
Our song in our movie. What was that song?
Oh, the Jasmine Sullivan song?
Yeah.
Put It Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually like that song.
Yeah. You
That
don't like a
is
lot of
a
songs.
Rare thing for you to say.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, a dance song.
Yeah.
I like also 24K Magic by Bruno Mars. That song always gets me on the dance floor.
Good one. Anyway, thank you so much for your time today, guys, and best of luck with the release of the movie.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.